Move this. The lip's not thick enough for my Bible. I carry a big Bible, folks. Who's got their Bibles today? 4 of you. Yes, this is a seminary. Sorry. I'm a bit of a wannabe comedian. I'll warn you of that. It is a great honor to be here. I dropped out of high school. I went misdiagnosed with, no one knew I had really severe dyslexia. And so I went misdiagnosed with dyslexia for a long time. My teachers told me I was dumb and slow and didn't want to study. And there were some other things going on in my life too during the high school years. I'm familiar with my family. I was 13 when PTL fell apart. No, I was actually 11, I'm sorry. 11 years old when PTL fell apart in 1987. 13 when my father went to prison. And I lived through, living through that was quite interesting, but I believe it prepared me for moments like this. And, but just to let you know, it is an honor to be able to be here to talk to you. Because this is something I never thought I would be able to do. You know, if you ever told me I would be talking to people in seminary or I would be talking at colleges, I got a chance to speak at NYU a few months ago, I would have never believed it. But God has shown up in my life in so many ways that I just can't deny God. There's times I'd like to. There's times my brain would like to. And unfortunately, God pursues me constantly. So I'm trying to get away. It doesn't work. Today I want to talk to you all about, well, okay, first of all, let me tell you, I run a church, I pastor a church in Brooklyn, New York, in Williamsburg, called Revolution. We have Revolutions in Atlanta, one that I started and turned over to somebody. Revolution in Charlotte, North Carolina, that some interns from Revolution Atlanta started. And the Charlotte crew is actually like the coolest crew, because they're young and hip and look good and have all their hair. And they meet in a really cool punk rock bar. The bar we meet in for our church is pretty cool too, though. Which we meet in a bar, it's called Pete's Candy Store. And we meet at 4 o'clock on Sundays, and it's a blast. And people say, what if alcoholics are there? Well, there is one. I'm an alcoholic. Haven't had a drink for quite a while, 13 years, and yes, I've been in ministry for 15. But haven't had a drink in a long time, but we meet in a bar. And it's an interesting place because we want to meet people where they're at, and we find it to be really good common ground. So that's what I'm doing in New York. Today, though, I want to talk about being the change you want to see, or really a love for enemies. A love for enemies can be a very, very hard thing to do. But sometimes things happen that remind us that we have to love enemies, or love those that we don't agree with, or that we resent, or that we judge. I have a lot of hope for liberal Christians. I am myself a liberal Christian. I don't think we need to be separate from our conservative friends. I think we need to be an example to our conservative friends of love and hope and grace for all people.